and we're going to start with the EPL newscast. So we got 2-1 Arsenal wins against Wolves. We have 3-1 Brentford win against Luton. We have 5-0 Sheffield United taking a crazy loss against Burnley. That probably shows you how bad Sheffield United is and why they shouldn't be in the EPL.
So bad that they just sacked their coach.
Yep.
Crazy.
Seen that. Yep. We got a win for Everton against, Nottingham Forest. Surprising for me. Nottingham Forest is a good team right now. And Newcastle take it 1-0 against United, and Newcastle had a great game.
Round of applause for Newcastle. We're not going to talk about the game, but phenomenal game, phenomenal performance. Newcastle flying right now. Moving on to Sunday's games, Bournemouth and Aston Villa draw 2-2 with Ollie Watkins stealing the show with an assist and a goal. Chelsea survive against Brighton 3-2 despite being a man down for 45 minutes.
Yo, Enzo
with 2 goals.
Yeah.
Finally. So showing out. First 2 goals for Chelsea.
That's crazy to get the same game.
Yeah, outrageous.
Yeah.
But Liverpool with just emotional roller coaster, 4-3 win against Fulham. Tottenham, just outrageous. Trent saving the day.
I got to talk about this real quick.
Go,
this was a good game.
Yeah.
Far as goals for Liverpool. Bro, every goal Liverpool scored was wicked.
Another banger.
Alexander-Arnold, free kick, crazy. Became an own goal. Who else scored? McAllister scored his first goal for Liverpool.
What a blast.
Endo scored his first goal for Liverpool. A nice, cheeky finesse shot.
Bro, before you go, he got subbed on in the game.
Second half. And you guys were down 3-2 at the point. And I'm like, yo, Klopp, what are you doing, bro? You need an attacker. Go put on an attacker. What are you doing? He goes, you saw me in the group chat. I was like, yo, what is Endo doing in the game? Klopp lost his mind. Yeah. Then he scores a blast like that, bro. I said, yo, I take back what I said. No, Endo, that was beautiful. And then the last goal, Trent. And it was good that, Klopp pushed Trent up, a little offensively, towards the end of the game to secure the win.
What a game that was, man.
Yeah. Oof. I would have been pissed if Liverpool lost that game.
You know who I was rooting for?
Yeah.
West Ham draw with Crystal Palace at home 1-1. And one of the games of the week, the game we're going to focus on this week as far as analysis and just sharing with the news and announcements that went on. A thriller, to say the least. 3-3 draw, Man City, Tottenham.
Hope you're liking our video so far. Like, share, subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.
Man, what a game this was, bro. And there's so much anticipation behind the game. Ange Postecoglou coming in with a new philosophy for Tottenham and playing this, attacking, progressive football. Man City, with all the accolades and achievements they've had over the past years. Pep Guardiola, one of the best coaches in the world. And we were kind of like, yo, is this going to be an even game? I think Man City were the favorites because of the injuries with Tottenham, but as we saw from the very first 5-6 minutes, it was going to be a thriller.
I mean, for me, I thought Tottenham were going to lose based on injuries.
Yeah.
Being forced to have Emerson and, Davis back there as center backs, kind of tough.
Their whole back line are fullbacks.
Yeah.
Outrageous, bro. And not only the injuries, but they're so stubborn, the coach at least. He has only one way to play. Even with Chelsea down to 9 men, still playing attacking football, high line, not dropping back. Against City with no center backs, not even, having a proper team on the pitch with so many injuries. Still not changing your style of play to be a little bit more defensive or a little bit more pragmatic.
I know you say stubborn, bro, but at least in this scenario, he got the job done.
It worked, man. And that's what I was going to say. Prior to the game starting, I'm like, man, I think Man City got the edge, not only because of injuries, but because of style of play. And they're just not going to change. And Man City is already going to know. Just play the through ball into Haaland. or just break them down and we'll find a way.
Yeah.
But that's not how it went.
Yeah. Yo, I was gonna say, he believes in his players. He's always calm,
And the players believe in him.
composed. The players believe in him. But what I thought was dope towards the end of the game, he said when he went into the dressing room, he just wanted his players to play, go out there, show character, get things done. But he said if things don't go right, he will obviously take responsibility. Why? Because of the way that they're playing.
Mm-hmm.
And, yo, everybody should just trust this guy, trust the process, and continue to go because it's definitely a tough task when, you know, most of your key players are out. I mean, they got Romero coming in next week. You know, that's going to help a lot. But
Who gets dropped?
Davies.
Davies?
Yeah.
I think he's left-footed. He might just keep him in there because he's left-footed and drop Emerson.
I mean, Emerson was trying to nutmeg people, and, you know,
Causing
defensively,
goals
the Brazilian
outrageous.
was kicking in him. He was like, I have to nutmeg this guy. But, Tottenham actually, the last 7 results have been like this against City. 2-0 Tottenham.
Huh.
2-0 Tottenham. 3-0 City. 1-0 Tottenham. You got 3-2 Tottenham. 4-2 City. And 1-0 Tottenham.
Wow.
They're the one team in the EPL that have taken the most points from Pep since 2016. And that's surprising to me. Like, where was I, bro? Like,
Yeah, right. I don't remember this happening.
I don't remember any of this happening at all. I'm like, Tottenham, bro?
Right. You would think some of the bigger clubs, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man U.
You know?
But Tottenham taking the most points. How many points total?
Well, with this game now, it's 21. Before the game, 20. So
21 points.
it's a lot of points, man. That's a lot of points.
It's a lot of points because they only face each other twice a year. Tottenham, and that number can now increase to more and more because the way they play now could be a really big thorn in the side for Pep Guardiola and Man City. But, wow. I'm
Crazy
surprised.
stat, yeah.
I'm a little
I
dumbfounded 'cause
still
I don't know what
don't
to say.
believe it, but it's a true fact.
Crazy.
But, you know, game starts, and I'm seeing, Tottenham, they score first. And Son legit runs from the 6-yard box all the way to the other half to even generate power in the shot after running. Past Doku.
Let's talk about that. Because as a defender, I looked at the defensive mistakes or play. Even before the Doku thing, you know, I saw Man City, they just put everybody up and put Doku as one of the last guys to defend. I understand that, but you'd rather put someone that knows how to defend to be the last defender. Maybe someone like a Kyle Walker who can, obviously has the pace, the IQ, and all that, who's not really an aerial threat. If you really want to put your big boys up, you go put in,
Where was Kyle Walker at the time?
not anywhere close to where
Was he on the
should have
right
been.
side or? Because
I don't know,
I don't
man.
remember in that play.
All I know is that if the ball's going there, Kyle Walker should be there. And if it's not, then maybe someone like Bernardo Silva, someone that has a little bit more defensive.
Carvalho, actually tough because
Guardiola's up in
he's
the
up
box.
for the box,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
The big boys, Ruben Diaz, Kanji, all those guys. All right, let it be. But have some defensive, solidity and backup in maybe like a Bernardo Silva, Kyle Walker, those type of guys.
they probably had Doku there just because he can't do anything
Right.
in the corner
I understand that.
unless he gonna take a corner or something, which he's
But
not.
at the end of the day, you don't want him defending at any point, especially one-on-one against an attacker. So that was the first mistake I saw. But credit to
Son
Tottenham.
blew past him.
It's because, I don't know what he did, but he slowed down. Doku slowed down looking at his own net, pretty much. And you either got to head it out, do something. You really didn't have to do too much defending there. You really just had to time it better, not let the ball bounce so many times. Because as soon as that ball started bouncing, Son was like, all right, this is my time to go. And every attacker, you would know better than anybody. When you see that ball going towards the defense's goal, and it's like a 50-50 shot of who's going to make it to the finish line, especially if it's a toe race and you're a quick player like Son, you're going to have the advantage.
Yeah, but to run from the 6-yard box is nuts.
Yeah, luckily it was in the beginning of the game.
Yeah. And then, after that, he scores another goal.
What,
You know,
2 goals in 10
2
minutes,
goals.
bro. It's outrageous.
You know, last week he scored like 3 goals, but they were all offsides.
bro. I was looking
So
at my
yo,
fantasy.
he's a goal machine.
Bro, I was looking at my fantasy team, and I ended up with 2 points with Son. I should have had like 30, bro, because the way this guy was playing, he scored 3 goals.
Yo,
I
so,
started him. I
yo,
was pissed,
5
man,
goals,
5 goals.
an amount of 2 games is kind of
Let's
nuts.
clarify for
No.
everybody because he didn't really score 2
Yeah.
goals. He scored a goal, and about 4 minutes later, he did score another goal, but in the wrong net. He scored an own goal. And it happens, you know. That's not anything that he could have really done. Maybe a better positioning, but it was off a set piece, a free kick from the right-hand side. Somebody whipped it in, and he just bounced off his thigh and went in.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
yeah, like you said, it happens. But he has 9 goals in 11 games.
Yeah.
What do you think about that stat, Mister? I don't think Son is gonna.
See,
I don't think Son's gonna be that good this season
Listen,
without
listen.
Harry Kane.
let me
I don't think he's gonna be able to do it himself.
let me respond to that because I did see that stat, 9 goals in 11 games, and I knew something was going to be brought up this week. So what I need to clarify, what I said was he is an overrated left winger. Now that he's playing up top, you can see the difference. He started the season at left wing, and he was very unproductive, even towards the back end of last season. This season, he's playing up top, and with a new style of play, you can see it's a different player. He's one of the best finishers in the league right now. With the stat you just gave, 9 goals is kind of crazy, especially for a midfielder, a winger.
Yep.
But he's making it happen because he's scoring, and team is doing well in the standings.
He found a new good role. I think he's a good, solid striker right now. And you know, as time goes on, good wingers end up becoming strikers. Like Messi became a striker now. Ronaldo became a striker. You know what I'm saying? So I think he still could play on the wing, but they don't really have much of a selection up top. They don't really trust Richarlison, so they're gonna put Son up there.
Yeah,
And-
at the same point, Son, he's breaking records. Like, he's the first player to score against 4 different reigning champions in the Premier League.
Yeah,
First
I've seen
ever.
something that he loves just playing against City. Like, you would think, you know, players come in to say, like, oh, man, like, it's City. Nah, he does numbers when he plays against City.
Yeah, man. And Tottenham in general is doing numbers. As we saw in the past, 6 or 7 years, they're scoring their points, and they're doing their job against Man City specifically.
Yeah, that is true. The half ends at 2-1. But
2-1.
as far as gameplay, I felt like City did a lot of pressing in the first half, and it got to a point Basuma made a lot of mistakes, and Emerson made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
And that enforced City to go on quickly on a transition, you know, and they got a goal. I think it's from a mistake, actually.
In the first half.
Yeah, in the first half. And then Foden scores from an assist from Alvarez.
So what I saw was another player making mistakes due to the pressing and the style of play. Like, Tottenham, you got to play out the back no matter what. The coach is going to make you play out the back no matter what. And Brian Gill, I saw when he was getting the ball a lot in the first half, he was just struggling to get out the press. Like, when he was getting pressured back to goal it was tough for him, which would be tough for many players. But one of these players is going to get, you know, like the shit out of the stick, I guess you can say.
That's
with
why
all
he
that
came
pressing.
off, I feel like.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
they put in Højbjerg, which
I
blew
think,
my mind. But
I
it
think that was
good-
a proper sub.
It ended up being a proper sub because you can see he kind of came into more defensive role with Basuma, and it gave a little bit more space to play in between, and then allow Lo Celso to pretty much do what he needs to do.
It pushed Lo Celso up in an attacking position and then put Kulusevski on the right and then Brennan Johnson on the left. Because Kulusevski was more so in the midfield
Right.
at that point. But
Center
yeah,
attacking mid,
yeah,
I think he started, right?
yeah, attacking mid, yep.
He looked like a different player, and I think he did really well in that position.
Yo, I think he's a decent player. I'm going to be honest with you. I was never a big fan of him, but he's been doing good in the recent weeks, and, you know, he's the reason why they ended up tying the game, and he actually got the man of the match, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Yeah, I mean, 2.5. Me, if I was a Tottenham fan or a Tottenham player, I'd be so deflated because, all right, we're at 1 up against City. You know, we've proven that we can play against them. We're up, and then A couple minutes later, own goal. All right, it was from our captain. Let's pick our heads up, and then defensive mistake, down 2-1 going into half. Seemed like it would have been a big deflator, but the opposite was true. Even Kulusevski, after the game, he did a little interview, and he said that during halftime, Ange Postecoglou was pretty much like, "Come on, guys, stop thinking, just play," and that switched everything because we saw a different Tottenham in the second half.
Yeah, but in the beginning of the half, Vicario, another bad pass out the back, and Bernardo
Literally.
Silva had a nice shot. I mean,
Seconds
nice
after.
save, but still, it's those passes that were killing them too.
That's their style of play. You must play out the back.
Yep.
It don't matter who you are playing out the back. You're not hoofing it up.
Yep. And that's why also Basuma messed up in the second half too. And then Haaland got the ball and passed it to Grealish to score.
Yeah.
So they got to clean that up a bit. But as far as the result, 3-3, fair result for me. Jack Grealish coming in. Bro, he was on a serious drought, bro.
Yeah.
Like this was his 27th game without a goal.
Oh
and
my
then he
days.
scored this game.
27 games without a goal as a winger. That's a little outrageous, bro. I didn't know that, but I'm glad he broke his drought because that's crazy, especially with Doku potentially being out for the next game or two.
He's gonna be needed.
He's going to be needed. For me in the second half, Man City, they really, I think they were, I don't want to say comfortable, but they definitely took the pedal off the gas. The gas off the pedal. How does this quote go? The gas off the pedal off the gas?
The foot off the pedal.
Foot off the
Yeah. Pedal off the foot.
They took their foot off the gas.
Yeah.
And they looked a little bit more complete, like more like possession, like not really going after that killer instinct style and finish off the game, which I think kind of bit them in the ass a little bit because they kind of could have finished the game in the first half if Haaland didn't miss those chances.
Yeah, in the first half, not even just Haaland, Alvarez too ended up had one because that playing on the back situation. He had a good chance. He hit the post and Haaland, that's got to be the miss of the season, but
They literally have a hit miss of the season, bro.
yeah, it is what it is. He scores a lot of goals, so I mean, if the guy does that, how he doesn't do it often. It is you can't really hold him accountable, I would say. But they could have closed the game early if they wanted to, but when you don't close the game, you leave the opposing team a chance to come back and and execute and come big.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. Lo Celso scored.
What a banger.
Yeah.
Great. 2 goals in 2 games, bro. He's really these aren't like little tap-in goals, bro. These are like proper shots, finesse,
That was
power.
outside the box.
Outside the box, curled it into the near post.
Assist from my boy, Sonny.
Yeah, got me my points on my fantasy, man. I'm enjoying it, man.
It's funny how you talk crazy about Son.
Hey, listen.
And he's on your fantasy. That's alarming for me.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie.
Yep, I guess so. But Son, great game. Undugi did pretty good.
I'm glad you brought him up. Udogie, bro, I saw him playing left forward many times in the game.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how to explain this. I mean, you're playing left back. It's not like you're playing 3 in the back like Bayer Leverkusen where you might have a little bit more licensing to go up. The coach is working. Like I said, it's working, but it's risky, man. High risk, high reward. But man, he's playing left forward at many points. He's right next to Son, in line with Son. Many times I saw him in line with the forward line. It's crazy.
Because Ange Postecoglou, he gives his players a chance to show personality, on top of him playing his system,
That's good.
Undugi, he was playing like you said, left wing, left forward at times, and that's probably why they scored and came back too. Brennan Johnson, I thought, had a pretty good game. He actually assisted Kulusevski for the winning goal.
Yeah.
And, he legit bullied Ake, bro.
And that's a player that doesn't get bullied. Nathan Ake, he's like, proper defender, man. One of the best defenders in the league, I think. And I'm not saying that because he was a former Chelsea player. Like, came from Bournemouth, and he became a different player at City. And he's tough as nails. And for him to get bullied like that is a lapse of concentration, I would think, because he just literally just got out-jumped.
Yeah, he wasn't ready for that one. Like, Kulusevski bullied him, bro. Like, if you see
I see
a replay, this dude went flying,
bro. He got back. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Haaland, bro, more complete player I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of more layoffs from Haaland instead of turning and shooting. He had an assist with his weak foot. Like, he's becoming more of a complete player, and once he hits that complete forward level, he's going to be dangerous, bro, because then he's really going to be unpredictable. The last thing to the piece of the puzzle that he really needs to do and perfect is, outside the box threat shooting, because I haven't seen any real shots like that from outside the box. But if he can clean that up or perfect that side of the game as he perfects his playmaking abilities and laying off, and I'm asking him to be, Kevin De Bruyne, but simple layoffs, holding it up. I've seen as the season progresses, better improvement in hold-up play and giving Bernardo Silva and Foden, players like that, more space, like we talked about with Fulkrug. He's doing the same thing, and Haaland just on a different level. So,
towards the end of the game,
I was about to say, yeah, go ahead.
Haaland. I don't know. Ref says play on. So I don't know why they didn't let them play on.
Bro.
He gives the ball to Grealish. I'm going to be honest with you. Even if the ref played it, I don't think Grealish is going to go on and score. You know why? Grealish is slow for me. I don't think he got that much pace.
He don't.
Emerson's going to catch up to him.
He might.
But it's just
It's
fact that...
a goal-scoring opportunity.
Yeah, it's a goal-scoring opportunity, and it's just the fact that you say play on, but then Grealish gets the ball, and you're blowing the whistle.
See,
this was the same ref that ref the Liverpool game. People need to look into his, support system, and check his closet and see what type of jerseys that he got hung up in his room.
It might be a
because
Tottenham
it seems
jersey.
like there's a lot of Tottenham jerseys up in there. You know,
probably
like got a Gareth Bale signed jersey in there.
And
a boy Van der Vaart up there.
Bro. And this is the thing: if a player stopped a chance for another player to score a goal, what happens? Red card. Referee, on 2 occasions this season, has stopped a goal-scoring opportunity. 1 match suspension. Come back next game. Sorry, made a mistake. When is the accountability going to start coming in? Because, like you said, Haaland is getting hacked. And he's so strong, he finds a way to hold up the ball, turn, find Grealish on the run, and play him the ball. He indicates his hand like this, play on, advantage.
It then blows the whistle.
Then as Jack Grealish has the ball, and it's him and Vicario, with Emerson behind him, blows the whistle, bro. And, we've seen the Haaland face go viral, and I'm not even mad at Haaland. I'm not mad at all the
he was
City
about to
players.
go Super Saiyan.
Yeah, he looked kind of crazy. He looked like he was about to...
His final form for Dragon Ball Z, bro.
The final boss, bro, because I never seen anything like that. And, it's crazy,
If the ref calls it back when, straight up calls a foul when Haaland gets hurt, all right, cool. But to allow gameplay...
To say, play on, advantage...
Yeah,
and then put
they gotta look back at that, bro, or go to his house, look at his closet.
Oh, I don't know about all that. But what they did do is they charged Man City for not retaliating, but like confronting the referee in front of during the game. I guess you're not supposed to do that, but there's certain situations where you're like, there's such a big mistake, you gotta let people react the way they react. And at first I thought he was calling it back because of offsides or something, but then I looked at the replay. Jack Grealish is onside. He's onside when the ball is played, and it's a goal-scoring opportunity. And, Man City could have went top of the league with that. But not that I want them to, but let's keep fairness and consistency with the game. But fair play to Tottenham. They fought till the last whistle, and they come up with a point against the reigning champions.
Yeah, now they sit in 5th. Aston Villa's in 4th, I believe. City in 3rd.
Steady in 3rd. And look at this. They haven't kept a clean sheet in 4 Premier League matches. 3 draws in a row. Is this something to be concerned for Man City fans and Man City players, and more specifically Pep Guardiola, because we know them as being defensively sound, and it looks like they're not practicing defense on the training anymore. It's just attacking systematic stuff. Is this something that needs to be changed, or is this just a bumpy road in a ride?
I think something needs to be changed in a sense, and it's definitely a bumpy road because it's not the City that we know.
Mm-hmm.
Conceding 3 goals,
All right.
conceding a couple goals against Leipzig, and conceding
Chelsea
1.
4-4.
Yeah, Chelsea 4-4. Liverpool 1, that's not much, but you're talking about 4 goals, 3 goals. Those are big goals. 2, okay.
Didn't they lose to Wolves? 2-1.
Yeah.
You know?
But you know what I noticed? I feel like defensively they lost a lot more shape when John Stones went out. And they haven't been the same.
That's true.
Don't get me wrong, Akanji is great. Guardiola, he's great, but I think he may be the weak link right now.
Yeah.
But he's a new player, new team. He's phenomenal. Maybe it's just going to take time. And he's obviously playing on a left-hand side most of the time, like as a left defender.
And he's not really a left back. He's more of a left-footed center back that could play left back.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
He has pace, don't get me wrong, but I believe that may be the weak link right now.
Did you see what Pep said about him? They asked him, Guardiola, $90 million signing, young potential, 21 years old. And can you ever see him stepping into the Stones role and, playing like Stones?
No
he
way.
said absolutely not. He doesn't have what it takes right now.
No.
Pep said
Without
that
a shot.
right out out the
no,
gate.
he doesn't have that technique. But as far as Pep, he still believes that they're going to win the league.
Of course.
And he's a big fan of Ange Postecoglou. And I think that's respectful, managers see good managers and they salute them and they understand game.
Yeah. That's respect, and respect meets respect, and I think it was a fair draw for both squads. Tottenham obviously more attacking in the second half, and Man City have some things that they got to clean up. So fair play.
But we said this in the beginning of the season. I said City does not look like the same Man City from last year.
You did, and now we see it.
And we see it now. But yeah, that's the end of this segment. Thank you for tuning in. And I hope you enjoyed the 3 segments that we chosen this week. Like, share, and subscribe. I can't stress anymore. We would love the subscribers.
We cannot stress it anymore. Like, share, subscribe.
Exactly. We need the subscribers, and if you feel free to shoot us messages on what you liked, what you disliked
in the comments,
what you feel about what happened in the game, what you want us to talk about in the future, or even if you want to maybe come in and maybe have a nice chat with us one day.
Stay tuned for that, my friends.